No constitutional right is as under fire constantly than the Second Amendment. The Armed Citizen is a short column consisting of several real-life accounts that have taken place in the quarter of the year prior to the issue of the magazine being released. I'll be reading from the February 2024 issue of American Rifleman. The owner of a store named Cash for Gold in Mesquite, Texas, was in the back of his shop on November 2nd, 2023, when two men entered, both with their hoods up and one wearing a mask. The store owner saw one of the men draw a gun and pointed at him, but he quickly drew his own gun and fired at the assailants while moving to concealment. The security video shows them exchanging shots until the two would-be robbers flee the store. The armed citizen told reporters he had faced several attempted robberies before and has always managed to deter the aggressors. Quote, "Part luck, part awareness, part prep, it all adds up," end quote. That story is from foxnews.com, Dallas, Texas, reported on November 7th, 2023. On November 1st, 2023, two men reportedly entered a liquor store in Chicago, Illinois around 10:30 p.m., pointed guns at the cashier, and demanded money from the register. It seems the cashier did not quickly comply enough for the assailants because a struggle ensued, and one of them struck him on the head with a glass bottle, seriously injuring him. Nonetheless, the cashier was able to pull out a gun and fire at his attackers, who then fled. Police were still seeking the suspects at the time of the reporting. This story is from CWBChicago.com, Chicago, Illinois, reported November 7th, 2023. Two men in Shelby, North Carolina, got into a public argument on November 7th, 2023, and then went their separate ways. However, one of them reportedly returned with a gun and shot at the other man in the face and shoulder. A woman witnessed the attack, who drew her own firearm and shot at the assailant 5 times in defense of the victim. At the time of the report, the assailant was in critical condition. The victim was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries, and no charges were expected against the armed defender. This story is from ShelbyStar.com, Shelby, North Carolina, reported November 7th, 2023. On November 28th, 2023, in Memphis, Tennessee, 3 men entered a Dollar General store and held it up at gunpoint. A bystander, witnessing the alleged assailants threatening the people in the store, drew their own gun and fired at the suspects, killing one. Police quickly arrested another suspect, but the third got away. A nearby business owner, who was not involved in the incident, confirmed the area has suffered from crime, claiming her business had already been broken into twice in the 3 months it had been open. This story is from Fox13Memphis.com, Memphis, Tennessee, reported November 28th, 2023. Around 5 a.m. on December 2nd, 2023, 3 men allegedly broke into a home in Granada Hills, California. One of them pointed a gun at the homeowner inside, who responded by firing his own gun at them, killing one and likely injuring at least one other, as indicated by a blood trail, thus defending himself, his grandmother, and his child, who were in the home at the time of the intrusion. The 2 suspects who fled left without getting back into the black BMW sedan they arrived in. This story is from FoxLA.com, Los Angeles, California, reported December 2nd, 2023. On the morning of December 5th, 2023, a property owner in Brazos County, Texas, was forced to defend himself against an armed trespasser. The suspect allegedly fired first gunshots on the property, then trespassed onto it, and with a gun in each hand, advanced on the property owner. As he advanced, the suspect allegedly threatened to shoot the homeowner and claimed he had shot his mother, which never happened. The property owner shot the suspect in self-defense. The man was rushed to the hospital and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The arrest report noted the suspect was behaving erratically and may have been under the influence of drugs. This story is from kbtx.com, Bryan, Texas, reported November 23rd, 2023. And for the final story in the column, 2 men wearing hooded sweatshirts, masks, and surgical gloves entered a Philadelphia, Pennsylvania pizza shop around 8:30 p.m. on November 4th, 2023. One of the men fired a handgun into the ceiling and then began to move to where an employee was standing behind the counter. The employee was a concealed carrier, however, and responded by firing at the assailant, killing him. The other suspect fled. No other injuries were reported. This story is from Inquirer.com, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, November 5th, 2023. American Rifleman is an NRA publication, and there's been a lot of negativity surrounding the NRA due to news from a few years ago. Basically, anything surrounding Wayne LaPierre has been negative because of his misuse of funds. Wayne LaPierre is no longer in the picture anymore. But let's not forget that probably the most important case in the history of the Second Amendment in this country, the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin, was an NRA case. So even with all the negativity, NRA as an organization is still doing good things for our constitutional right. And whether or not you like the NRA or not, but you still want to support the Second Amendment, there's plenty of other organizations. There's the USCCA, there's Gun Owners of America, and there's plenty of others I can't think of off the top of my head, but there are several that you can donate money to and get something in return and have your constitutional rights protected in court. They do a lot of things that don't make the news. Most of these cases that you hear about, people challenging laws regarding Second Amendment, have lawyers from these Second Amendment protection organizations, because little Joe and little Eddie, we can't do it on our own. There's just too much money involved in stripping us of our constitutional rights. The only way for us to fight back against that big money is for us to collectively donate to organizations like the NRA, like the USCCA, like Gun Owners of America, to protect and preserve our constitutional rights that they're always trying to come after. So thanks for watching. Hope you come back for more. Thanks. We'll see you next time.